There could be very easily a topwater snapper fishery that is land-based. Hello everyone, welcome to The Deep Drop. This is a fishing podcast, a little bit different, but it is a fishing podcast with me, Luke McCredden, this guy over here, Adam Ring. Ads, feels good tonight already.
Yeah, I'm excited about tonight.
Well,
we got together beforehand. We've ironed some things out. We've
Yeah.
got a loose plan in place, which is something that's very rare for the Deep Drop.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about it.
I feel like this top six sort of homework we did tonight was probably a deeper sort of study than we've ever done before.
Do you think now that we're actually ranking them 1 to 6, do
Yeah.
you find yourself taking top 6 more seriously every week?
Yeah, certainly questioning myself every time we talk through it. But we'll get into that
'Cause I
later
feel
on.
as though our
because
decisions matter.
Yeah, I know. Because we sat on the fence for 100 episodes, and all of a sudden now it's like people are holding us to this shit.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But we'll get into that. It'll make sense later on. Or maybe not. But what's something that doesn't always make sense, Adam, and we've had a whole lot of new community members jump on the Deep Drop podcast recently, which is fantastic, and welcome every single person who has just found the Deep Drop or has been with us since very early on. You know, it's always hard to explain what the Deep Drop is all about, so I typically throw to you, Ads, and say, for everyone involved, give us some sort of clarity on what the Deep Drop is all about.
The Deep Drop's like a solid thunderstorm. When you know it's coming, you wait with great anticipation.
Yeah.
And even if it's a little bit of an average, just a couple of bits of rolling thunder, maybe some, you know, that blanket shit lightning, not the one that hits the ground and's really cool.
Yeah, just the...
Even if there's a little bit of that, you can sit back and go, you know what? It's better than no thunderstorm. but when it hits,
It's on.
it's pretty epic. And
Yeah.
I feel as though that's what the Deep Drop is.
Yeah.
Every now and then we'll punch out an absolute banger
Yeah.
that hits. But even just an average run-of-the-mill, everyday thunderstorm / episode, you're like, yeah, you know what? I still feel good about the fact that I've listened and or seen it.
But you could even break that down into segment. You could some topics might not be for everyone, so that's the blanket shit lightning. But then there's a topic that
that's right,
people
the shit
really feel and
It
it's,
hits the ground and fucks shit up.
and it scares dogs.
Correct. And small children.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something. That's a different angle, a different way to think about it. Not bad. Don't mind that at all. Thank you very much for that. Like I said, we're getting new members. We're getting new community members into the Deep Drop, which is bloody awesome, and we love it. We're seeing a lot, more than ever, messages and interaction on the socials, Ads. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. Sometimes I forget.
There's a bit.
I know.
There's a
I still think we should put someone on. I mean, that's not an ad to get someone to apply, but hey, we'll review applications. I'll put it that way.
I don't with all of the social platforms that we're currently covering.
Yeah,
I don't know how you have time to sleep
I don't.
because I don't do any of it.
No, I don't. I don't sleep. But that's okay.
Well, it's not.
Well, it's not. No, we're good. We've got this at the moment, but there will be a point in time where
we're building. We're building.
Yeah, we either implode or we outsource. So anyway,
that's right. We're building into staff. That's what we're
are.
building into.
We are. The website, Ads, is another thing. Jesus
It
Christ. thedeepdrop.au. Check that out. That's where all the episodes are and a bit of info about us, Ads. And, of course, there is a bit of merch there still. I'm calling it residual merch. Absolutely still available. There's not much of it is what I'm saying.
It's the dregs.
It's the dregs, but that makes it sound a bit shit.
Well, it's not shit. It's just the best of the shit because it's the last stuff left over.
Well, sometimes the wine at the bottom of the barrel's the best. No, I don't know. Yeah. There's potential. Oh, I think we've already teased it, but we're making room for some new cool shit.
It's worth jumping onto the deepdrop.au and just hitting the tab, the merch tab, just periodically because
nice.
Watch this space.
Yeah, nice.
Just check it.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
check it.
good. What do you got going on there? What do you got going on there?
Sipping on a brewski tonight.
Yeah.
It's humid. It's fucking hot. And lost power last night
Oh, mate.
for a good 8 hours or something.
Yeah.
The house got fucking hot.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. No. There was some
Yeah,
messages. There was some messages I was receiving from you. You weren't happy with the loss of power. Fair enough.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. We were actually meant to hit the
wasn't.
studio. Didn't happen.
We were. Yeah, that's right. So, again, I don't want to give too much away, Luke, because we've got some shit going on. But we actually had teed up for 2 episodes to be recorded this week.
Yeah, we hadn't. Yeah, we had.
Which very quickly become one.
Yeah.
Through,
Yeah.
having no power was a bit of an issue.
Well,
really frustrating.
Well, speaking of frustration, can I segue into something that I want to bring to the table, lads? Because I feel like if we just get some of these frustrations out straight off the top of the show, then we can move on and just get stuck in because it's going to be a big episode. And I know you've got. I think we've both got probably a frustration each that we can get out. And I feel like it's those get fucked things that you just feel like going get fucked.
Yeah.
So can I start? Because I was
Please.
at Woolies this afternoon, and every single time I grab a trolley from Woolies, that one of the wheels is fucked. So to Woolies trolleys, I say,
Get fucked.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. And I feel it. As soon as you said Woolies trolley, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going, and I agree.
Yeah, good.
I
What about you? Get it off your chest now, then we can move on. What do you got?
Worrying signs for me on social media recently, Luke. I've seen a worrying trend in our space, which is fishing, and that's watching a video of people posing for a photo.
Oh, shit.
It's awkward. It's
A
uncomfortable.
video. Oh,
A video.
Because they've
instead of just a
rolled it.
still photo,
Yeah,
instead
that's
of just
awkward.
a still photo, I've seen this multiple times, more than I would like to admit, but people posting a video of them posing for a photo.
Oh, and to those people, we say,
Get fucked.
well,
That was aggressive.
that was very aggressive, Gordon. But fair enough.
It's awkward.
Nah, that's
throwing
what,
it out there.
Yeah, just sort it out. Just take a screenshot or
Just take
just
the
use
photo,
it.
mate.
Use an editing tool to fucking
Just take the photo.
Yeah.
Take a still.
That's good. I don't mind that at all. Now, another thing before we get, does that feel better? By the way,
Does a little bit.
yeah, it does. Hey,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
might roll get fucked out.
I'm gonna be on the lookout for things that I out loud say. Get fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day it happens.
And community members, if you've got those get fucked moments, send them through. Voicemail or
Perfect.
a audio message on Instagram is even better. We'll play it and then hit the
I'd
sting.
love to roll a montage of.
Oh,
Did we just get censored?
I don't know what just happened. What I was trying to do was,
Get fucked.
but the
Yeah.
buttons.
Okay.
are-
Well,
yeah.
do you know what the beep can get? Yeah.
Yeah, the beep, absolutely. And then there's,
I think most penis.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
all happening at the moment.
It's
So
it's all
Brooksy's nailed it there. Yeah, so share your get fucked moments. There's plenty of them.
Love to roll
Anyway,
a montage.
before we get stuck into things, ads, as you know, the State of Origin footy was on over the weekend in
It was.
WA, and I believe you headed over there at some point, and I haven't really caught up with you on it, but you and Chris Scott, the coach of the Victorian side, were going fishing. Anyway, I jumped into the presser there just to ask a bit about that. So let's just have a bit of a listen to Chris Scott when I quizzed him about some of your fishing plans. Hi Chris. While you're in WA, Adam Ring is heading over to go fishing with you. He said he's really keen to try some high-end technical fishing. What are your thoughts on that?
They're kidding themselves, and we should go back to the drawing board.
Right. Adam can be a bit boring. Are you worried that it's going to be a bit dull, maybe a bit of a drag?
What this has the potential to be is an outstanding opportunity, not a drag.
And given his recent results in monthly resos, which haven't been great, are you feeling optimistic?
Our attitude is we're very, very optimistic.
Given that you're both from Victoria, are you concerned that you're a little bit out of your depth being in Western Australia?
I can say with confidence, but I know enough about the environment in WA.
Adam mentioned that you guys will be chasing calamari while you're here. Is it a good time to chase squid?
In mid-Feb, they're starved.
So what's next for you and Adam then, once you get back from WA?
I'd be very surprised. This isn't an outstanding success, and it builds to something much, much bigger in the following year.
Thanks, Chris. And just finally, if the Deep drop to a live show in WA, do you think it'd be successful?
If it's not a sellout, I'll be staggered.
Wow.
It was a. Listen, I'm not going to lie. At the start, I thought he was taking the piss out of me.
Yeah.
But then he rammed in nicely and just backed me up through the rest of the
He
interview.
did. Yeah, he did. He was a bit worried about trying to go too hard, and he just wanted to go back to basics. But there you go. And a good bit of feedback about whether the deep drop would kick off over there, and he reckons a sellout, no problem. So,
well, it's nice to have the support of the Victorian coach.
Absolutely.
I think it's important that we, pump the tyres up of our own.
Did you go
And it
squid-
would be
did you-
great to go over there.
Did you go squid fishing, by the way, or did you?
Oh, we did. Dominated, exactly like what he said.
Wow. Anyway, good stuff. Now, Adam, I have been thinking about this a lot, and I think about when anyone goes fishing, they've got a certain thing in their mind, and it might, and it varies. So it might be, let's just go have a good day out. Let's go enjoy the weather. Let's go enjoy some company. Let's go get stuck into some fish. I think the one thing, there's the common ground between everyone in the back of everyone's mind is, regardless of what the plan is for the day, you always want a PB. You always kind of want a PB. And sometimes you don't think about it. And I was thinking about this the other day too. Sometimes you just purely let's go catch a few fish.
Yeah.
The minute you get a half decent bite, though, that thing that's in the back of your head flips to the front and goes, "Ooh, this could be
on here.
this could be a PB." And I don't think you and I have spoken probably enough about PBs and where they sit in our sort of mindset. And more specifically, I thought I'd raise with you tonight, and I'm really keen for some community feedback on this one too. I won't say does anyone, because people do, but if you were to target PBs, does it change everything for you? So, and what I mean by that is, let's use something that you catch plenty of. Let's say bream or estuary perch, whatever.
Yeah.
If you wanted to just go catch a few fish, you'd probably go to one of many locations that you know that you could get a fish or two. But if you sat back and went, I only want to catch the biggest fish possible, does that change everything when it comes to location?
This is a brilliant question, because I've never planned, and I mean this with 100% honesty, not fucking around, which we do a fair bit of on this podcast.
Do we?
I've never planned a trip around trying to find a PB, and I don't know why. And I think it's because, and just use the bream for example. I've done a ridiculous amount of fishing where there is big bream anyway. So I guess it's always on the cards. And I haven't done much of it recently, but back in the shop days, it'd spend, I think my record was 3 weekends out of a 4 weekend month at BEM.
Right.
And you're always a chance at a PB there.
Yeah.
Doesn't always happen, but you're always a chance. So this is really interesting, because I don't know why I've never thought of doing this.
And there's so many, and maybe we can reel off a few examples tonight. But there's talking to, and as you know, did a few trips up to the Tiwi Islands last year, Bathurst Island in particular. And the sentiment around was, it's not a big fish fishery. So with that in mind, and rightly so, we saw a few 90s and the rest were sort of 60 to 70s or whatever. But so with that in mind, Barra anglers, I'm assuming, if they want big fish, probably wouldn't go there, if that makes sense.
This is a... Now that you think about it, all right, if you were planning a PB, say you were planning a trip to go and target a PB, are you expecting not to get numbers?
I think so.
Yeah. It feels like it goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
It feels like it, whether or not that's right or not. Or
I don't know either.
Because sometimes there'd be fisheries where you've got to sift through the smaller fish before you find the big, there's many variables.
Yeah.
But I wonder whether, say, if I said to you, adds time to go and catch the biggest snapper of your life. Like, what are you thinking? Are you you've just got to do your homework and dig in and spend some time studying and go, right, I'm going to Port Welshpool in Victoria, or
All right.
You know what I mean?
Well, let's run this exercise. I think this could be interesting. If we list a couple of the species that you and I like to chase or have had massive amounts of enjoyment chasing in the past.
Yep.
and you had free reign to go
Anyway.
anywhere reasonable to go and get one,
Okay.
where would it be? So you use snapper. Now,
Yep.
I think the answer for this has changed because
Yeah.
10 years ago, it would have been an easy South Australia.
South Australia, Arno Bay, or
Yep.
some of those. Yeah.
Yep.
anymore.
So there was not anymore.
Well, they still could
unfortunately.
be. They still could be out there.
Oh,
but,
I'm sure.
yeah.
No, well, I'm 100% sure that there's
Yeah.
still big fish there. It's just now chasing them there is not an option.
Yeah.
So where would it be?
The funny part about it is, and I know this goes against really what we're trying to drill down on, but I think anywhere with snapper, you're a chance of catching a big sucker. Having said that, if you think about, let's call
If you're going to specifically
Yeah.
target your PB.
the eastern part of Victoria holds some big snapper, that Welshpool sort of area, if I'm not mistaken. You probably know more about that than I do. There's been plenty of decent sized fish up the New South Wales coast as well, as far as
Yes.
the mid north.
But would you go there to PB?
I think if I'm trying to, and obviously we're taking South Australia out of the equation because you can't
It's
fish there.
not legal.
Am probably sticking to Victoria.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Where?
I think that. Well, see, I don't know enough about that sort of East Gippsland coastline, but is Welshpool where it's at?
I still think it's Western Port.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Wow. So you just slog it out there until you hit that PB?
Yep.
I love that. I love it.
I think, and the only reason I say that, there is some unbelievably good fish in Welshpool. We've seen it. I would even go as far to say Welshpool has probably been the biggest growth area for people to go and target
Yeah.
big snapper.
Yeah.
But I think if you were trying to map out a specific plan to catch a specific snapper, I think it would be easier for most. Now, admittedly, never fished Port Welshpool for snapper. I've never done it. But it's an offshore fishery.
Yep.
I feel as though if you had to really lock in to hone down a spot, I think it would be easier to come up with a plan for Western Port. Now, I
Yep.
don't know whether it's because I'm more familiar with the surrounds in Western Port,
Maybe.
or if it's just
We'll get some feedback.
shallow.
We'll get
Yeah.
some feedback from the community on this one, which I'm really interested in because I think so again, community, we're locking in on the biggest fish possible. So you're not even worrying about numbers. You just want
Yep,
one,
it's-
and you want it to be
you-
the biggest you can get.
And it's got to be a PB.
Yeah.
I
Where are you
would
going?
I would lock in Western Port for
Yeah, nice. Okay,
snapper.
okay. I would say Welshpool, but then I would find someone who knows how to fish it and go.
Yeah.
No, but
Is New Zealand a big snapper territory?
there are big fish there for sure.
But do you reckon New Zealand's more renowned as numbers of good fish or giant fish?
I don't know. And again, please, if there's some New Zealanders that are
Please.
part of our community, by all means, give us some feedback. I've fished there a few times, as you know, and caught some really nice snapper, jigging and plackies and whatever. And they're all, I don't think there is any small fish there.
Yeah.
The pinkies are born here and then swim over. No, I don't know. Yeah, there's some big suckers there though. All right, I've got another one for you. Dusky flathead. Now, these fish can be caught anywhere from southeast Queensland down the whole New South Wales coastline and estuary systems, right through down to Victoria to sort of that East Gippsland region before they they kind of stop there.
Yeah.
But they stop there, but they're massive there. Like, it's crazy. This is a tough one. I
This
reckon.
is a tough one.
Because I think
yeah.
I think I'd rule out southeast Queensland and the Goldie and all that sort of those systems, not
Yep.
for lack of fish, but for lack of size.
Yep, agreed.
I would be starting south of Sydney, and then working it out from there. But Jesus, probably in fairness, probably south coast New South Wales down to East Gippy. It's going to be hard for me to leave Victoria again, though.
It's weird. I think Lakes Entrance is probably very quickly becoming the premier dusky flathead fishery in the country, I think the south coast of New South Wales still
Yeah, I was going to say,
wins. I think that Churros, St George's
Churros,
Basin, Bermagui, Port Stephens has got some banger fish.
Wagga Inlet at Naruma's got some thumpers.
I
I
think. Do you know
yeah.
what? I think I would still say South Coast purely for options. Fuck it, but Malakuta's back.
Cooter. It's Victorian Cooter.
Yeah, I know.
It's over the border.
But
And
I think basing yourself in New South Wales to specifically target a PB, I think you've got way more options. There's a new system every friggin' half an hour that feels like, well, not feels like, it does genuinely hold
Yeah.
big flathead. I
Yeah.
think if you were trying to put together a plan, I think New South Wales coast might be
South Coast. Yep.
that mid to south coast of New South Wales could still
be it.
be better at the moment. But I
That's
think
the
Lakes
stretch.
Entrance is coming.
The beauty is how good's the fishery just in general. These big
Oh,
fish. It's unreal.
Insane.
You mentioned New Zealand before. Is when it comes to yellowtail kingfish, a fish that we both love, do you even come to Australia? I mean, is it just New Zealand?
Yes.
Does New Zealand have the biggest kingfish in the world?
Does it?
Does it?
Port Augusta?
No. What about consistency? I mean, I know we're talking about
consistency.
one. No, but you're right. We're talking about one fish.
Yeah, but you've got to put a plan together to get the fit. The plan.
Does Port Augusta still hold those big fish in those
Yep,
near those power?
certainly
okay.
does. Yep, certainly does.
And how big are we talking?
Oh, they can be 40 kegs.
40?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
40 wouldn't be the norm. Don't get me wrong. A 40
yeah.
40 kilo king's fucking massive.
But do you know what?
I
Fishing-
still think New Zealand wins
fishing
fairly easily. I just wanted
Yeah.
to throw another one out there.
Yeah.
But I think New Zealand is. Would you think like if someone said you've got 2 weeks to catch a PB king, which is easy for me because I need just to catch a legal king and it would be a PB for me.
No, that's not true.
So, but
if
you
you've
had
given
to,
me 2 weeks, I'm going to New Zealand. I'm going north.
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
going far north, and I'm fishing pinnacles all the way around the joint.
agreed.
Deep water.
I'd lock that in.
Yeah. New Zealand, it's ticks all the boxes. It ticks all the boxes. Is the what I wonder again? What are our New Zealand friends think? Do they know they've got the number one kingfish fishery in the world,
They'd have to know.
or do they have a desire?
They should
if
be proud of it. They should know, and they should be proud of it.
if they come to Australia, and someone goes, "We're going to go chase kingies," they go, "No, we're good."
No, nice yellowtail scad you've got here.
What an amazing part of the world.
Yeah,
This is what we lack. And not, we've got the Great Barrier Reef up north for all sorts of cool stuff, but
yeah.
the pinnacles and the coastline of that North Island, it's hard to beat it. It's a pretty special part of the world. Let's take the deep drop there.
Why not?
So New Zealand for I can't get past New Zealand for yellowtail kingfish. That's where I've got to go. If I'm chasing
Yeah,
a PB, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
Tell me I'm
Oh,
wrong.
no, I'm there. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Agree.
All right. King George Whiting.
Tassie. I don't know
Do
where.
you reckon Tassie's overtaken Kangaroo Island, South Australia?
I think so. From without fishing either, but from just what I've seen and what I'm hearing, yeah.
I think you could be right, but I think I'm still going to South Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because those giant fish in Tassie, your weather window is tiny. Like
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah. I know that plays a part, but if we're talking,
Because I'm talking like I reckon you'd only get you've got limited days per year in which you can get out there, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
unless
okay.
you're gonna camp out at the islands there.
If you're, we do monthly resos, but if you've got a New Year's reso that is just to catch the biggest fucking King George whiting in the world, and you're just putting everything into it, you're watching weather windows left, right, and centre.
I'd probably go to Tassie.
Yeah. If you committed your... Imagine
probably
committing a
go to
whole year to it. What are you doing this year? Nothing. Chasing
Nothing,
King
I'm just-
George whiting.
Yeah, trying to wade through numbers to get a 60.
The South Australian arguments definitely hold some merit.
And I still think at this early stage, because I would say the popularity and the understanding of the Tasmanian fishery is still in its early stages. I think South Australia still needs to be number one, but I think Tassie's coming
Yeah, okay.
hard.
Okay. Is it fair to say Murray Cod, we're going to one of the impoundments? We're going to Eildon now? Or Blowering still? Would that be...
I think New South have probably got more
Giants?
impoundments.
By the way, as we talk through this,
That's a great question.
I want everyone listening, I want the community that's listening right now to be jotting this shit down and hit us with your thoughts. Because we're just going off what we see and hear and minimal experience, or maybe some where it's relevant, but ultimately we're sort of just penciling this in. But there's codfish. We've got some good codfishers in the community ads. I'm keen to hear
But
your
there's some
thoughts.
sneaky places. I was having a
Yeah.
great conversation with the boys up in Cobram about some of these South Australian Murray cod
Yes, right. Okay.
that are enormous.
Yeah.
But
Go a
I
bit-
think we all, between us, I think we kind of agreed. Sooner rather than later, we're going to see a Murray cod that's $1.60. We think it's going to come from Eildon.
Wow.
Could be wrong, but I
Well,
think
what was
that's where I'd put money on it.
Kate got $1.35 or something out of Blowering, I think. That's just enormous. And put
Ridiculous.
regular meter is out of Eildon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll say, probably Eildon.
Okay.
But I'm not. It has to be Eildon. I'm not there yet, but I think Eildon.
And to round it out, Barra, with what we've seen with the impoundment fisheries over the last 12 months or so, you just have to be hitting one of those dams, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think Mondi's still the place. From what I've been told, Awonga's coming. That's because those fish are still young enough. They haven't hit peak yet. But then again, the biggest barra in last year's tour, which was a record for the barra tour, ABT, I think was it. Was it one of the?
What, Tinaroo or something like that?
Nah, I think it wasn't. It wasn't Faust. That was the other one that they do the same time.
Good
Great bit of research.
Good radio, this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we quickly search it? Hang on. What's biggest?
I think
Just Pad.
I would say Mondi. But it wasn't. I know that big fish. That the big fish wasn't from Mondi.
Just trying to.
But I think if you wanted to pay, well, see, okay, we've kind of skewed the conversation.
There was a 1.4 caught at Awonga.
I think we've skewed the conversation though. I think we've
Yeah.
mucked up our own question.
Have we?
Because are we just trying to catch world records, or are we trying to catch a PB?
But oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But ultimately, you want to shoot for the stars, though, don't you?
Yeah,
You've got to go where you know there's big
you want a
fish.
PB. Yeah, you want a PB, and it's it's
Yeah.
time between drinks. You don't want to be running off PBs.
Yeah. All right. We'll just finish then with you started talking about Brim. What did you land on? If you want to get your PB or the biggest one you can,
Tassie.
again, the sleeper. I love that. We
Tassie
know we've got some
or-
Tassie friends listening.
Yeah, I
They'll
think
just
Tassie.
shut up, ads. Don't send
Especially-
people down here.
Especially big black brim. Tassie.
Japan. Some of the photos and
Yeah,
what I heard when I was over there, it's like they're the biggest brim in the world.
And they don't even care.
Nah, they're not. They don't taste good. So too bad. Anyway, well, it's a curious conversation about
Yeah.
if you had the mindset of I'm only fishing for PBs this year. It changes everything. Changes where you go, as we've discussed. It changes. You know, well, we won't get into it now, but your technique and everything, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah. I would like to revisit this conversation at a later date and pin it down. So for us, because the community can get involved here, where are you going within your state to PB?
Oh wow. Okay.
Just something that we can sit here and talk about it and it's fun and we're like, yeah, Kingfish New Zealand would be awesome. But what if I wanted to go and catch a PB tomorrow?
Yeah, that's interesting.
If I had to PB as quickly as possible, where would I go for said species? But let's talk about that later because
Okay.
we will spend this entire episode just talking about how to PB.
Hey, if that's where
bad
we need
thing.
to go with it, that's okay. I mean, all I'm hearing is we just need to up stumps and move to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like we could knock off some good ones in Gippsland.
it's interesting talking about the state thing because I think that all of a sudden changes a lot for
Does.
someone in New South Wales, for example. How many species do they travel south for? It's probably a
None.
few.
They've got all of them. Like,
No. Travel south within their state.
oh, yeah, within the state. But
Yeah.
it depends how many species we chuck on the list too, right?
Jewies. Are they again far south
Fuck
coast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are you picking big ones up in Sydney Harbour?
Well, yeah, I don't know. See, the size thing, I don't know. That's actually a really good question. I don't know where you're going for a PB Mulloway.
Mulloway.
Where are all the big ones at?
I don't.
Is it Western Port?
Maybe. Don't know. There's some decent sized ones in the southern part of WA.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah. Fuck, we live in. Do we live in
Do
the
you
wrong state?
Is maybe is yeah, but we've also said
No, we've got
dusky
some bangers.
flathead, snapper,
Snapper.
Mulloway. You just sort of said potentially. Don't know. Once upon a time, the Kings were pretty big in Victoria as well.
Yeah.
They were pushing that 40 keg mark.
Bluefin tuna. It's Victoria.
Southern bluefin
It's Victoria.
tuna.
Yeah, it's Victoria.
What are the bluefin up in Canada? Are they like Pacific bluefin or something like that? Those 1,000-pound fucking things.
Yeah. Yep. Different species.
Different species. So southern bluefin tuna.
Though South Australia could put their hand up.
Yes. Tassie.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this is.
The Battle of the South.
Ooh.
Who's got the biggest bluefin?
Vic, I reckon.
Show us your bluefin.
Show us your bluefin. Show us your biggest bluefin.
Vic would have to have the most, although he would, Eagle Hawk neck.
But even like Port Mac, South Australia.
Mac. Damn.
I think if you wanted numbers, if we were just talking numbers, I think South Australia would win it. But if you want a tank, I think it's Victoria.
Far out. Okay. Black Marlin, Cairns. Tick, move on.
Cairns. Yep. Next.
Talk about a place that's
So
absolutely
do Western Australia get some bangers, or are they blue marlin?
Granders. Oh, they probably get everything Western Australia. They're bloody spoilt for choice. But I think they get they do get a good run of blue marlin. They probably get blacks. I don't know actually, but I mean, forever. I remember I'm sure you do too. As a kid, the grander sort of the whole story around the grander was always Cairns,
Yeah, that's right.
and
I think it still is.
it still is.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of one of those places that's just it could be the only one where you just go, that's a lock, that's it, that's the place you go.
Yeah, I think that's a definitive. Like, yeah, don't fuck about. Like, if you want to get a grander, just go up there.
Why do the little blacks really get me excited? Those little ones off Fraser Island and things like that. They'd be sick fun. Light spin gear.
I'm going to say something really controversial.
Oh shit! Do we need to get ready to?
I think you might have to play the get fucked thing. I think I'd prefer to do little blacks than granders.
Get fucked.
Oh, do you know what? Me too. I can't.
I don't think I don't think the sound of catching 1,000-pound marlin. I don't think that sounds fun. And I'm not trying to be a pussy
It's
because
it's
the
a
bait
worry
would
when
be
you- it's-
the
it's
bait would be a PB for me.
It's a worry when you reel in the bait and Adam goes, yes,
Fuck yeah, PB.
let's go home, boys.
Can I get a
Raise
photo?
the
Can I get a
flag.
photo? It's a bait, mate.
They're fucking using yellowfin that I would love to take home for a feed
Yeah.
and hold for a photo. Yeah. But I'm kind of with you. But at the end of the day, when you are an old man sitting back and you look at a photo of you with a grander jumping out of the water and you're on the rod, there's a bit more legacy in that than a little baby black off Fraser.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Do you think catching a PB on bait counts?
Well, this is interesting. Should it be broken down by bait or artificial as far as PBs go? Like if you were to, okay, let's just
This is
go there.
great.
Let's
This
just
is
go there
great.
for a second. Let's just
This
go
is
there for a
great.
second. Let's bring it right back down to brim.
Yep.
I reckon you could catch some thumping brim on, well, not even reckon. Of course you can, on nippers and worms and all sorts
Yeah.
of shit. If you...
And it is fun. I just want to say that.
Oh, 100%.
It is fun.
I love it. If you, right now, were challenged to go and catch your PB, would you consider using bait?
I would probably go live bait first. If you had to
This
put,
is what I mean.
if you had to put, like it was do or die,
Mm.
I'm going to get some live prawns or live crab.
I reckon that...
But I'm fishing them like I'm fishing them. Again, we've covered this before on this pod in the early days. I'm snag hopping like I'm plastics fishing,
throwing baits in.
but I'm lobbing live baits in.
Dude,
I think. live prawns, live crabs, hardy big baits.
We are doing this.
Oh, we have to do
but-
this. We do have to do this. I think it would legitimately be fun.
So just going back through some of the species we just touched on, kingfish.
Mm-hmm.
If when you think about that, because we didn't really talk about technique. You said, "Where would you go?" New Zealand, which I would. But all of a sudden, I'm going, yeah. And realistically, if I want big uns, sure, you get them dropping jigs in deep water, but sending down a
baiting,
big
right.
fucking live bait,
Yeah,
that's going to get it done for you.
the
Snapper,
sad
you're not
part
mucking
is-
around with lures for a giant snapper.
No, you're not.
Not
But if-
saying
but
they
also-
won't eat them, but I'm
then
saying
also, if you're targeting a PB in Western Port, which was my choice, it'd be a dead bait.
you have to.
It'd be a dead bait, so it's different again. I think we do need, as fishers, I think we need multiple PBs.
Yeah.
I think we need a bait PB, a soft plastics PB, and then depending on what you're doing, so whether, if you're blue water, like maybe jigging PB, or if you're in the estuaries, a
Wow.
hard body PB.
We don't do this, do we?
We
don't break
we
this
don't.
up.
But
Because
I think we should.
Because something like a snapper is a great example because they're not, I won't say they're crazy difficult, but they're not the easiest fish to catch with lures, right?
That's right.
Like, compared to other species.
Yeah.
So if your PB is a 5 kilo snapper on a placky and a 9 kilo snapper on a bait, dead bait or whatever, that's okay. Celebrate both.
All right, question for you. What would you hold dearer to your heart? 40 kilo king on live bait? 28 kilo king on top water?
Oh, Jesus Christ. But you know what? I feel like
This
species...
is why we need multiple PBs.
Yeah, because I feel like
Categories.
species change too. I'm still more than okay, not claiming, because obviously it still counts, but like saying my PB is with a livey for a kingy. If it was a dead bait for a snapper or a jewie or a flatty or something, I go, like 100% still a catch, still completely legal and above board catcher, but it would feel better on a lure. Kingies are... It's a great
It does
question.
change because it does.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
going to
hot-
say it changes the game because a PB is a PB. Ultimately, your biggest fish of that species is your PB. But
But it'd be cool just to see like how big you could get on a lure, a soft plastics, a hard body, a top water, whatever, opposed to a bait. Wow.
It's a different. It's just
thought
a
about it like
different
that.
challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different challenge. We
But
should have categories for PBs.
We
Shouldn't
should have categories for PBs. Yeah. They're categorised in, IGFA and shit with line class, so why not just with technique or method used?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's
Good.
interesting, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, this is proper.
This has got some
me thinking.
angles that we need to spend some more time on.
I wish I could fish full time, just to
Fuck around
have
with all this
have
stuff.
a legitimate crack at some of this stuff. Would be great to go for even just a 5-dayer.
Yeah.
5 days is a long time fishing, but just
Yeah.
going hitting an estuary and going, all right, well, I'm gonna specifically target brim for 5 days, but I'm gonna do all the soft plastics hard body bait. Spend time doing it and just see what the PBs are.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be interesting.
Yeah. This is why we love it, ads. This is what the deep drop does. It excites us. It confuses the shit out of us. But at the end of the discussion,
us,
we just want to get out there
frustrates
and
us.
have a crack. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Heaps of frustration, but heaps of fun.
Interesting. I love that.
Looking for your next fishing weapon? Bar Crusher is Australia's #1 fishing boat builder, leading the industry in design, excellence and quality. For the most advanced plate aluminium fishing boats, or to build your dream boat online, visit barcrusher.com.au.
Luke, we have some fun on the deep drop and stuff around a little bit, but something we don't muck around with is safety on and around the water.
Correct. And as we come into the time of year that people start getting their boats ready, we urge everyone to check your inflatable life jackets and that they are in working condition and have been serviced.
The manual and auto inflate options from Response is perfect. Lightweight, compact, comfortable, and even a kid's size option so you can have the whole family covered.
Remember, for every person on board, there must be a life jacket on board. Check your local authority guides for all the legal requirements.
Safety is everything, and Response from Life Jacket Solutions has what you need.
So check out the Response range and where you can buy them at www.jmgillies.com.au. We have spoken a bit about Snapper tonight, ads, and it prompted me to bring a question forward to you that I've had in the back of my mind for a while, but I thought after we've mentioned Snapper a few times, I thought, no, I'm going for it. I'm a bit worried. And I'm not worried about the health of the snapper fishery or where we are or whatever. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm worried about something else, Eds. I'm worried that snapper have become uncool. Do you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I do know what you're saying.
They used to be eating a bit.
I know.
I don't feel like they're that anymore. And there's nothing wrong with them. I think they're great. But have they lost their cool?
Ultimately, my answer is yes, I think they have. And I think we should talk about it because I think there's multiple reasons and or multiple layers of it.
Okay. Let's go there.
But, I want to throw this at you before we break it down. Do you still think snapper is as cool as what they've ever been? Just gut feeling.
I don't.
When
No, I
snapper
don't.
season,
That's why I raise it.
When snapper season rolls around, you're like, oh fuck yeah, another snapper season.
I think the popularity is there, but then the hype isn't like the kids aren't frothing for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why? They're a great species. They look cool. They pull hard. I don't know.
I've got multiple theories on that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, because
Multiple theories.
firstly, all right, I want to dive into your theories, but then I want to ask a secondary question, which is, how do they become cool again? And I've got some ideas and some thoughts on that. So let's jump into your theories about why they've lost their cool a little bit.
I think a lot of these theories probably go hand in hand, but ultimately, I think the biggest issue that we have with snapper right now, and let's just say people our age.
Yep. So early 20s.
Yeah, it's the early 20s. In
Yep.
our, not in our fishing prime, but in the absolute peak of our fishing interest. Let's just say that.
Hang on.
Actually, that's probably not true.
Hang on. What are you
No, we
saying?
haven't-
I'm out of
mate,
my prime?
Mate, we haven't even hit our primes
Good,
yet.
good.
We haven't even hit our primes
'Cause
because
I got
we have
worried.
we have full-time jobs and young families. We're nowhere near our fishing prime yet.
Wow. I just got worried for a second. I thought retirement
No,
was on the cards. That's
no,
all.
we're not.
Yeah,
no, we're not
okay.
washed, mate. It's
Okay, good.
No, we're not
Yeah.
washed. We're still rookies. We're still rookies.
Good.
I think the biggest issue we have with snapper being cool at the moment is that for the vast majority of snapper fishermen, we actually did live through the greatest snapper season that we've ever seen. Now, cast your mind back. Fuck, how long have we been doing this? We've been doing fishing. Well, so it's nearly 20 years because I think this happened within my first couple of years at the tackle shop.
Right.
We actually lived through the greatest snapper fishing that Victoria has ever seen. Now, what I mean by that is I specifically remember the way snapper season would roll around. The shop is flooded full of people going, where are the snapper biting?
Yeah.
We would legitimately just say, go to the mouth of Paddo and spread your 5 fingers out and then just pick a direction. You don't need to sound, just go and find a bit of mud and you'll catch them. This was the explosion in soft plastics.
Yep.
This was the era of the 5-inch gulp jerk shad and the 110mm pilly flick bait.
What a
This
time.
is the era of the Starlo midspin
Yes.
and Stratix and Twin Powers 4000s. The first time Victorians lost their mind for 4,000 size reels.
I've still got a Starlo mid-spin.
So have I with a Twin Power 4000.
I had a Stratic 3000 on mine.
Yeah, okay, bold choice.
Yeah. But it was the first iteration of the CI4, the red and black
Oh,
sort of Stratic.
nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Sweet outfit. Haven't used that rod for a long time. All real, actually.
So this was the absolute pinnacle of snapper fishing, and it wasn't even close. We're talking the keen fishers, the ones that had been doing it for 20 years before that, and had seen it from the point where you might get 20 snapper for the full season,
Yeah.
to literally you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
The only thing stopping you from catching a snapper was if it was too windy, and we had people by the end of October completely over snapper fishing because they'd caught so many.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to recreate that season. So I think this is probably the biggest reason I don't think snapper is cool anymore, is
'Cause
because
they're harder?
we haven't had a bullshit season in 20 years. The other thing too, which doesn't help, I think social media has really hurt the fishery,
Right.
in the fact that I think it sets you up for failure, in the fact that you only see the people that caught a snapper.
Yeah.
So you can go out on any given Saturday afternoon, weather's beautiful, tides are perfect, you're out there at dawn, there's 50 billion people on the water,
Yeah.
and you don't catch one. And then you come back to the ramp, go home, jump on social media, and all you see is photos of snapper. You're getting an unrealistic representation of what is actually happening because you're only seeing the people that have caught fish.
Which could be said for a lot of fisheries now.
Every species.
Yeah.
Literally every species.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get the shits on with the season because it feels as though you're not getting rewarded most times.
Yeah.
So you just move on to the next thing. Because snapper aren't easy to catch. This is the biggest misconception that we have with snapper. Now there are some anglers that are unbelievably good at it, and they will argue that they're easy to catch, but they're not.
No.
They're not. The ones that know how to use their electronics, We'll catch more snapper than the people that don't. They're not easy to catch, but I think we got spoilt in the greatest possible way. We expect that every season now. And if it's not up to that, it was a shit season, so we pack them up.
So, well said. Well said. It makes it hard to make something cool when it's, I don't know, seen to be overly challenging or the fishery isn't as good as it once was, which is a bit shit because you've got to get out there and have a crack. But potentially,
So this is interesting. I don't think the fishery is worse.
no, it's seeming.
I think we just got
to be.
spoiled with the greatest snapper season.
Oh, for sure.
Every single thing that went right
Yeah,
for that season, it happened to the absolute greatest degree
yeah.
ever.
It tapered off, but there was still some unbelievable years where, you know, we used to go for a quick bash before work or just after work or something, and not catching a fish didn't cross your mind.
Yeah.
You're always going to get a few, and that was even if you were purely just with a packet of plackies in hand, and that was it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So where I'm at with it is, what could bring that coolness back aside from the fishery itself, which, as you said, I don't think it's in Victoria, New South Wales, even into Queensland. The fishery's great. There's plenty of fish around, plenty of ways to catch them. South Australia, obviously, different story. WA, different story with the demersal bans. But ultimately, there's some fish around to be caught. So how do they become cool again? I can't help thinking, there's a lot to do with technique and ways to catch them. Because at the moment, apart from bait and soft baits, soft plastics are obviously really, and which is a great way to catch them. The majority don't use anything else. There's obviously plenty of people that are trying different bits of pizza, different bits and pieces. I nearly had pizza.
Different bits of pizza?
Jigging is a thing, but I still don't think it's as widespread or popular as we think it is.
Yeah.
So, but let's get a bit funky. Let's get a bit crazy and think what could set apart like something that's really cool to do to put snapper back on the map a little bit. We've spoken about things like spinner baits and chatter baits and, you know, those sorts of lures. You could fish shallows with bait cast and go bass style and do it like that. There's everything to be said for sinking swim baits, sinking stick baits potentially as well. I don't know. I think if we could tap into a fishery that was a snapper top water fishery, that would change everything. It's got to be out there. There's got to be somewhere at some time of the year that a top water snapper fishery is 100% viable. And I think I've thought it for a long time. I've never tried it. And I feel like people probably have, and maybe it's blasphemy for me to be saying this, but I think there's areas that are in potentially shallow systems like the top of Western Port in Victoria, or up on the shallow reefs on the mid-north coast of New South Wales, where the right time of year or moon phase or tide or whatever it is, popping around a little popper or stick bait or something. It might be like one of those buzz baits that are just really noisy and just flapping across the surface. But if there was an opportunity for that fishery to come alive for a top water snapper fishery, they're all of a sudden cool as. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing would if that could be worked out, and I'll never say no, because I told way too many people for years and years on end, don't bother fishing soft plastics for King George whiting because you'll never catch it. It's not worth it. And was I fucking wrong?
Yeah.
So I'll never ever say no. Now,
Yeah.
in favour of a top water bite, it's not impossible, because the one thing that has been very popular over the last couple of years are people fishing at night off beaches. So not surf beaches, just the flat beaches of Port Phillip Bay, especially around places like Brighton and Mordialloc. So that's not deep water.
No.
You'd be lucky if you're catching those fish much deeper than your waist.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
So there could potentially be opportunities for nighttime top water. The issue is you're not going to see the hit. You'll hear it and it'll be awesome, but I don't think it's not going to be a boof. They're not that type of
It'd be a
feeder.
it'd be a crash.
It'd be a crack, yes.
Yeah.
So it could be awesome. If you could find them at a real dusk where you can see the bite, it could change it. I think there's something out there already that could change snapper fishing overnight.
Talk to me.
Live scope.
Now, this is interesting. There is 1,000,000% chance that this is already happening. In fact, we know it. We
It
know
has to
people are doing
It
this.
has to be. Yeah.
Talk us through it, because that all of a sudden changes so much, potentially, if you
Okay.
you start working them out the way they react to different lures.
So this is how my pea brain thinks about it. Let's think about Aussie bass fishing in the impoundments,
Yep.
or yellow belly fishing in the impoundments for us a little bit further south.
Yep.
If you think about it, that's not that much different to snapper schooling up in Port Phillip Bay.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest difference, the next fish could be 8 kilos.
Yeah.
So I can make an argument that live scoping snapper the same way as what the bass fishermen in the impoundments are doing, the yellow belly fishermen are doing in the freshwater impoundments. You have a look at what's happening in the barra scene with this strolling technique.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's making its way, smaller baits, people strolling for Aussie bass. You can't tell me if you can't scope half a dozen fish in a paddock in Port Phillip Bay. You drop some sort of jerk minnow on its face
And stroll the
and
shit
start
out of it.
strolling on its nose. You are not going to see insane results.
Fuck.
I think it's
Because would you say, just back to the overarching theme, would you say the live scoping bass and yallas is cool? It's a cool thing right now.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
So that's
It
how
is
we
a cool
make
thing
snapper
right now.
cool.
I think because more and more people are gaining access to live scope.
Yeah.
I think over the next 10 years, live scope is only going to get more affordable as as the technology is refined. It's never going to be cheap, but you're not going to need to drop $20K on a
More options.
scoping setup.
More options out there means there'll be more opportunity for something to be a bit more in your ballpark of price point. Yep.
We could realistically get to a point with what's happening with cod specifically, or barra. A 5 kilo fish on a plastic, we could get to a point where we're like, seen a billion of them.
Or do we get to a point where we see them on live scope and go, no, I'm not casting at that one.
Yep.
Barra style.
Yeah, that could be an 8 kilo.
It could be 7 or 8. Yeah, chuck one in, have a look.
Yep. And then all of a sudden we get this explosion of the magic 10 kilo fish, not 20 pound. It's not 10 kilo. But
You're
seeing,
passionate about that.
I am.
Anyway, that's a different argument.
But we start seeing more of these big fish than we've ever seen, and they're all going to be caught on lures, and
Yep.
they're instantly going to make snapper sexy again. We're going to see the results through the tackle stores. People are going to be buying strolling outfits for snapper. They're going to hone the technique. They're going to be buying specific baits, and then spawning from that comes, okay, well, if they're not schooled up and I can't get them strolling, it becomes impoundment barra fishing for snapper. We've got the impoundment. It just opens to the ocean. It's called Port Phillip Bay.
Yeah.
It's just a big mud puddle.
Yeah. Fuck,
Why? Why wouldn't it be?
I love it. Community members, assemble. Talk through this with us if you've even thought about it, let alone tried it.
Because if this happens, you watch how quickly King George Whiting become number 2 again by a distant margin.
Yeah. What about the coastal snapper? And what I mean by that is like we've got the bays and the estuaries and stuff. What about the offshore fish that are sitting on bommies or reef? You know, it might be, I don't know, some as shallow as 5 meters, some as deep as 25 meters. Is scoping a snapper off a bommy? That's pretty epic.
This is where I 100% need to hear from the community because I'm sure someone's doing it.
Yeah.
How does picking up fish on scope, how is it affected by tide or current?
Oh, true.
Is it affected by tide or current? Because I think the other thing in turn with that we'll see explosions in are big electric motors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're seeing the giant shafts now, and I'm talking about electric motors for the offshore boats. So, you know, it could be a thing where, I mean, we won't get into it now because we get pretty fucking sidetracked when we start talking about technology, you and I, ads typically on this podcast. But, yeah, it's a whole new fishery almost to a degree.
It is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And I think
this is what's so fucking
could
good.
reset snapper. It could reset snapper. There's
could
no
reset
someone tell me how approaching snapper fishing like impoundment fishing. Tell me how it couldn't work. I want to hear it. Talk me out of it. Talk me out of it.
Challenge community. Talk Adam out of scoping for snapper. I think what we've landed on is snapper. Have they become uncool? Yeah, a little bit. How do they become cool again? They're the scoping snapper. It becomes the new barra impoundment fishery.
Yeah. Having said that, though, I still think your original point of finding and discovering some sort of top water, if it exists and we find it,
that's all I do.
Scoping will be number 2.
If it exists and we find it, that's me. That's all I'll do for a while.
Yeah. That's pretty epic.
You know what I mean?
It's
it could, because there could very easily. Sorry, we need to let this go. But just final thought: there could be very easily a topwater snapper fishery that is land based.
Yes, and the greatest thing with the topwater snapper too, if it existed, yes, it would be land based. But B, the fish don't need to be all of a sudden. The fish don't need to be 8 kilos, 10 kilos.
No.
They need to be. They could be 2.
100%. It'd be
and
awesome.
People would lose their fucking minds. Me being one of them.
Absolutely. Well, that's a PB. 2 kilo snapper on
PB.
topwater.
Topwater.
Beat that. Yeah. Righto. Mate, there's so much to unpack out of this. But what we got to do, because, you know, we could talk about this for a long time, actually. Because I think most people would be into this conversation. Brooksy?
I think most penis.
Well, okay, that too.
thought-
But
yeah, we
what we need to do, Ads, is dive in to this.
The deep drop.
Top 6. That's a big statement right there.
I think most penis.
I think
That's an
Brooksy
even
is
bigger statement.
Spot on with that. He's going to come on this show one day, Brooksy, and all we're going to do is just hit that sting, just over
And he needs
and
to
over.
explain himself on why he thinks about penis so much.
And it's okay. Like, it's fine.
It's okay. It's
if
fine.
That's what
I'm
you,
just interested.
Just curious. And why? Like, what were you even talking about on YouTube? He was talking about pliers from memory at the time.
He was. He was.
That's where Brooksy just should stick to fishing and not the plugging of product, because it just ends up in
I think most penis.
yeah. So no.
You know.
All right, Ads, talk us through this, because tonight's top 6 is well, I think off the back of what we saw, what we've seen over the last week in the Winter Olympics, we kind of got a bit excited, and we love obviously we're looking forward to seeing fishing in the Olympics. Will it feature in the Winter Olympics as well? I think it should.
Yeah,
Ice
it
fishing.
can. Yep, ice fishing. It's
Yeah,
tailor-made for
there's a
Winter
lot of
Olympics
nations.
as well.
Listen, Aussies won't participate in that, or
They might.
we probably won't.
It'll be
qualify.
like Jamaica in the bobsled. Will be,
True.
You know, it's why not?
Why not? Yeah,
Why
no,
not?
fair call. Okay. Anyway, we got inspired and thought, Jesus, there's some good-looking national flags out there, Adam, around
Yes,
the world.
there is.
So tonight's top 6 is the top 6 national flags.
need to preface this top 6 by making it crystal clear. We are judging the top six national flags solely based on aesthetic and look.
Thank you.
It's got nothing to do from where they're from or why they exist. It's just the most shallow face value. That flag looks cool.
Thank
that's
you.
where
Looks
this
cool.
comes from.
Looks cool. On the list? Yeah, it's on the list. Sweet.
on the
That's
list.
as simple as it is. 100%. Well said. We've got our 6 that we landed on pre-show, which is, we're getting there with our sort of pre-production, aren't we? We've got a
Yeah,
solid
we're
6
learning.
or 7 minutes now of pre-production before each show.
Yeah, it's better than 0, which it was for the first 150 episodes.
Actually was. It's So we've got our 6, but what I think we should do is just some honourable mentions because there's some that we left out that we think are quite cool looking.
Yep.
Yep.
There's some quality flags around, just saying.
Yeah, like I'm a fan of, and obviously maybe it's because it's a little bit closer to me at the moment based on where I was last week. I'm a fan of the Japanese flag. I like its simplicity.
Simple yet effective.
Simple yet effective.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's fair.
Equally, the Indian flag. I think India have a great flag.
Yep.
It's a cool
solid
looking flag. Yeah.
It's got a little picture in the middle.
Yeah. We'll love a picture. What do you got
Love
for
a
us?
picture.
Honourable mentions from you, Adam?
Some honourable mentions. Yeah, some of the more basic ones, I think... I think the United States of America have a pretty solid flag. It's an honourable mention. I think it's probably more iconic than aesthetically pleasing, but I think it's a good-looking flag.
I agree. And it does. It appears everywhere and you sort of... Yep, no, it's a good honourable mention. Didn't make the list, but...
Norway was a tough omission for me.
Yeah, it was. We literally flipped a coin. No, we didn't. We flipped a beer bottle
did.
bottle cap, not
Yep.
the bottle, because it's a great looking flag. It's simple, yet it's nice. It's a great design.
Yep, the T20 World Cup of cricket is on at the moment, and a couple of the nations playing there have got some solid flags. I think Sri Lanka has a great flag.
Sri Lanka's got a good flag.
And I think Pakistan have a very
I
very
agree.
good-looking, simple design, but the picture's interesting. It's a sweet green.
Yeah.
I like that flag.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm not knocking that. I spent some time in South America a lifetime ago. Massive fan of the Argentina flag.
Yeah, nice.
It's a nice blue.
It is a nice blue.
It's a nice blue and white combo.
Speaking of nice blue, I think the Greeks have a nice flag.
Greeks have a nice flag. Greece is a beautiful flag. One before we get into the top 6, one little shout out goes to Nepal.
Yeah.
Nepal-
This could have been top 6.
Nepal, when designing their flag, the flag, and this by the way isn't how it went down, but the flag people of the world said, it needs to be rectangle. You need to come up with some design, and Nepal have gone,
Get fucked.
and they have gone out on their own. And shout out to Nepal because I feel like there's some sort of symbolism towards fishing because it looks like they're tag flags.
Yeah, that's right.
They've caught a couple of marlin. They've raised the flag.
When the world sat down to organise their flags, Nepal went, fuck it, I'm going fishing.
I'm going fishing.
So everyone sat down, they got all their intellectuals together and they had designed these flags, and Nepal went, fuck it, caught 2 marlin today. That'll do.
Well, I think how it happened was they said, listen, I want everyone to go away and come back with a design in 2 days. I said, all right. So everyone, off they went a couple of days and everyone came back into the room. Nepal came back, a bit sheepish, like, fuck, I haven't actually got anything, but realised they still had in their pocket from the 2 days game fishing that they just had, the tag flags. And when everyone presented their flag, they just went, oh, this?
Fuck, put them together.
And then someone went, love it.
Yeah.
Done.
Lock it in.
So massive respect for Nepal.
Their tag flag, I love
It's a great flag. It would fly well. It would flap in the wind well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
All right, time for the 6, Adam. Now, we had to rank them.
We did.
And this is purely on aesthetics. This is looks.
Mate, let's just say it how it is. We're going to get fucking roasted for the first one.
Well, for
we
number
are.
6.
Yeah, we are.
Because do you think everyone out there is going, oh, Australia's going to be number 1?
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's not.
We just think there's 5 better looking flags. That's all.
Yeah, and listen, Australia has a great looking flag. I
Sixth
100% agree. That's right, the 6th best looking flag. And so when we were doing the pre-production on this,
Yeah.
your specific question was to me was, okay, well, if you like the Australia flag, does the New Zealand flag make it? And I
Yeah.
simply said, no, because I think the white stars look better than the red.
And that's all it comes down to is look.
It's purely
All right.
aesthetic.
So let's do this. Now we've sort of got that off our chest.
Yeah, now we
To
can
a
get on
degree.
with it.
The top 6 national flags. Number 6, Australia. I mean, don't just
Don't
Yep.
you just relax, listen to the brief.
Southern Cross gets it over the line. It might not have even made it if it wasn't for Southern Cross. Number 5, Brazil. Good flag.
Great flag,
Good flag.
great colour scheme.
Good colours. Love the little, the little disc in the middle. Also features the Southern Cross.
Who would it? I had no idea.
Did you know that?
I had zero idea
There you
that
go.
it was on there. So shout out to Brazil.
Yeah, shout out to Brazil. Number 4, Jamaica. And Adam, could have been higher.
Could have
Like,
been.
it's a great flag.
Yep. Could have
Just,
been.
why does it
Just
sim-
looks cool.
It does. It's simple, but it's cool. They've just nailed the colour scheme.
I was
Well
gonna say,
done.
little pop of colour, and I
Yeah.
think it's probably a bit of a theme.
Yeah.
If you took the time to hit us with a pop of colour, it was appreciated. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah. No, well said. Number 3, South Africa.
Could have been number 1.
It's a good
Let's
flag.
be real.
It's a
Could have
good
been
flag.
number 1. It's a great flag.
Again, great colours, simple design,
But not.
pleasing on the eye.
Yeah, they went away from just we'll stick a different coloured square on it. No, there was some thought clearly went into the South African flag.
And we also should say we're not diving into the reasons of
Nope.
the designs either. We're just
This
what
is
pleases the
literally
eye.
face value. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Number 2, Canada. Again,
Solid
simple,
flag.
solid flag. But it's fairly simple, and they just go, "Our thing's a leaf. We're sticking it on the flag," and we go, "Yeah, sick."
But that's kind of where the production value comes in.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know what I mean? Like it's just a nice little picture in the middle. Didn't get cluttered with shit.
No.
Simple color scheme, but works perfectly.
Which leads beautifully into the next one, Adam. Number 1, Kenya. It's
Bet you
it's
no
the
one saw that coming.
Well,
but it's
I-
the best flag.
it's the best. I think it's the best looking flag in the world.
I agree. I could not agree more.
Do you think anyone would have seen that
Fantastic
coming?
looking flag. No,
Because we both agreed on this straight, like before we sort of both set it as our number 1 or
We did.
in the top, and then we went, yeah, it's got to be number 1.
it's got to be number 1.
Colours are pleasing on the eye. They've got a badass symbol in the middle of it with the shield that sort of talks to the Maasai warriors in Kenya. Again, not diving into reasons of what it is, but I love everything about it.
It's cool, and the black makes everything pop beautifully.
Yeah, yeah.
Great looking flag.
Well done, Kenya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
massive. tip.
sensational.
A+.
So there's the top 6 national flags. Community, by all means, while the World Cup's on, the Olympics are being, Winter Olympics, the new Summer Olympics are coming up. Have a look. Just pay some attention.
Yeah,
And if we've missed something, let us know.
and I'm sure we have.
If
That's okay.
Probably.
Let us know. Let us know.
If you don't agree with that order, feel free to let us know. But anyway, there's our 6. Take it or leave it. I think there's 6 bloody good flags, Aaron. And
Solid
again, Nepal could have been number 1, but whatever.
Yeah.
Adds so much to get through. Awesome work over in the West with Chris Scott during the week. Well done to you. Chasing PBs we spoke about. Where are you going for what? If you're just chasing a PB, I want to hear more from the community on this one.
Love it.
Snapper, we spoke about, have they become uncool? We think they probably have, ads, but collectively, we've got 2
We come
options
up-
for them. If Snapper become a top water species, they're instantly cool again.
Yep.
And a slower burn but longer term, if they become the barra impoundment sort of style of fishery with live scope,
Be done.
that's a cool, and it should be done.
Should be. Yep.
That makes them cool again. That puts them on the cool map.
Yeah. Street
Shitloads there tonight. Shitloads there tonight, ads. Could have spoken about that all night. We will continue that very soon. We will speak again real soon. See you, ads.
Peace.